Good morning, everyone. Since I have to leave for work at 12, I have 2 hours to cook something, which is plenty of time. Today, we're going to spin the wheel and see what I'm going to have for lunch today. This wheel will determine what I will cook for today. Wheel of Truth. Oh, it's stuck in there. Chicken thighs. It looks like it says chicky thighs. But either way, chicken thighs. Chicken thighs. You're damn wrong if you think I'm cooking this entire thing. I'm only going to cook half of it because, I don't have a lot of money for food, so I have to make as little as possible. But today, we're only making 4. So there was a lot of skin. A little way too much for my liking. So this is going to either be fried or baked crispy, or I'm just going to throw it away. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I made it look just a little bit more healthier. I could just, I mean, yeah, I'm going to use that as an excuse. Now, I have to say this because I believe that seasoning shouldn't be specific to a type of cooking. Seasoning can be used for anything. Seasoning is universal, okay? But what I'm using is essentially barbecue seasoning. This specific brand right here is really good with their seasonings. Again, you don't have to use it for barbecue. As you can see, like, it doesn't really say it, it's just seasoning, but like, well, this one says all purpose, but like, I just use these for literally everything. It's great, it's beautiful. So because chicken likes to be immune to seasoning sometimes, I'm gonna slap this with a bunch of seasoning. I'm gonna use that wood fire garlic on there. Beat the hell out of it with seasoning. Should get that light in there. All right, and then use some of that steakhouse butter or buttery steakhouse seasoning. Again, we shouldn't have to limit seasoning to a single purpose. Seasoning is universal. Okay, and some more of this. This is the all-purpose one. We're going to mix it with our hands. Make sure you like massage the hell out of your meat. Massage it. Don't just season it and throw it in. If you don't rub it all in there, it won't get everywhere. Especially with this kind of chicken thigh, because it has bone. There's a bone right here. But yeah, if you don't rub it in, make sure it gets all the juices, all the seasoning, all the power. Look, this is what you'll end up with if you don't season it properly. You want it to look like this, right? See? Well seasoned. You don't want it to look like this. This is what happens when people just pour the seasoning on there and say, yeah, I think I'll call it a day. It doesn't have enough seasoning. It misses spots. All right. Silly me, I forgot paprika. Put paprika in there. You know, chicken likes paprika for some reason. But we're going to put paprika in there. And it's not for some reason. I actually like paprika. Also, I have here cilantro seasoning. Well, it's not seasoning, it's just like cilantro flakes. We're just going to slap those in there. And since this thing is really tiny and very crappy at pouring, I'm just going to keep pouring until I'm satisfied. And pepper. That's the last step. Don't add too much of that, because then it tastes weird. And there you go. It tastes like dirt. Alright, we're going to use caldo de tomate. This is specifically for chicken. Even it's like a broth, but not really a broth in a little square. That's what it is. Heads up, it does have MSG, so just know that. If you don't like MSG, I'm sorry. I like flavor, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. It doesn't matter what bell pepper you use. I'm just using these because we only had like 3 colors. The flavor varies on the color. Now, if it's green, it'll be pretty stale, and you will taste it. You will taste it. But the other colors are kind of sweeter, so that's fine. And I like to use red onions because I hate white onions so much, so much. They're used in like every fast food restaurant, so I decided to go with red onion. Let's get cutting. I gotta hurry up. I'm gonna go ahead and get these pieces cut. We keep cutting it to use the juices. So I'm gonna get a nice bowl. Put that in there. piece. Yeah. Here is a tutorial on how to cut onions. I just cut it this way. Don't hurt me. At least I'm cutting them kind of right. Okay, what you want to do is cut it in half. From either way, you're going to cry. But don't cut this part out first, because you're going to cry even more. Okay, so just cut it in half here. And you're going to cut it. Now, don't cut this. Don't cut like this. Don't cut like this. Alright, we don't want to do that. One piece of, I like this big piece. So you're going to make like slices, right, on the onion. And then when you cut it, it's gonna actually turn into nice little cubes. What the hell is wrong with it? Anyway, you're gonna cut. Look at that. It doesn't look like it right now because you have to like actually take it apart. But there you go. Except for the last part, I wanted to make sure I used all the onion. So you can see, saw. It takes a bit. Kind of cold. The onion's very cold. See that? You don't have to really put much effort. It's like the last piece I did that. See, I said I wasn't perfect. Okay, I'm not perfect, but some pieces are not like falling apart as I want them to. But that's okay. Again, the onion is very cold, and that is how you cut an onion. Kind of. It's better than most people that I've seen on YouTube. Anyway, heat the pan with sesame oil until it is warm. When you feel the heat, at least at this height right here, that means it's ready. You could also lower the fire down just a little bit. This is not fire, but you know what I mean. So we're gonna adjust the chicken. Make sure it has the seasoning on top. And we're gonna put it skin first. Make sure the skin gets crispy first, and then we start cooking the rest. Not like it'll matter anyway, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put that skin first there. Make sure the skin can actually stay on, even if it has very little. Again, I had to cut it, but anyway. There you go. Skin first, make sure it's adjusted, nice and easy. And put. Okay, there you go. And as the chicken is cooking in the stove, again, we want to let it get crispy. We want that skin to be crispy. Okay, make sure the oil's going everywhere. We're going to move over here. We're going to add a little bit of water to this, okay? Not too much, just a little bit. Make sure you slosh that around. Make sure you get all the seasoning off. It's like you're washing it, but not really, because you're going to use the water for what I'm about to do right now. Just make sure you clear most of that out of the sides. Make sure bring it back down to the bottom. You're going to use the squares that I talked to you about earlier, that little seasoning squares for the chicken, the tomato chicken seasoning. You're going to put it in the water, right? We're going to do that. All three of them. A spoon. Take a spoon, a whisk, or whatever, and mix it up. There we go. Make sure there's not clumps in there, or else it's going to kind of taste nasty. Grab the chicken. Oh. Grab the chicken. Flip it. Look at that crispiness. Want to make sure the top was fried first. There we go. That's what we want to see. See that? That's what we want to see. Now I'm going to go back here. I'm doing all this one-handed. I get that cilantro seasoning because it's actually really good. And no matter how much you add, it doesn't matter because it's very little that comes out. See? The seasoning. There we go. See how nice it's looking? Make sure you're paying attention to the chicken. You have to flip it like every 3 minutes, gradually, okay? Slowly, gradually, let it take its time, let it cook. I flipped it back on the skin side so it can we can get that skin crispy. I felt it and it was still floppy. Just need to let that cook for just a little bit longer. Here is where everything gets even better. Chicken skin, crispy, really nice, crunchy, crispy, not too crispy, not too soggy. We're gonna take these pieces out real quick. Okay, let me take these pieces out. Look at that. All right. I'm pretty sure it's done. I cooked it for quite some time already. So, all right. Look at that. Look at that. Look how crispy. Look at the nice little. Yeah, look at that. Trying to find the word for it. It's a. Yeah, the caramelization. Yeah, there you go. Because the oil with the seasoning and the... Ooh, didn't mean to do that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fully cooked. All right. Apparently it doesn't get better because instead of recording the part where I poured the peppers and the onions and the little broth that I made into a pan to boil, I just took a picture and then I kept talking. I'm very sorry, and I promise you this will not be common as I go. Thought of an even better idea. Take that back. We're going to move this and put it in there. Ooh. Hate when things fall off. We're going to cook that on high. Let that cook there till the water boils down and the vegetables turn into mush. Oh, look, there's still some sauce. Grab that. And it's not necessarily unhealthy because you have a crap ton of vegetables there that you can consume. Decided to start cooking some rice because, you know, why not? This is my little Korean rice cooker. I bought it off of a really good Asian market. I'll probably put the name of it here, but it's not in Omaha. It's in Tampa. It's in Florida. She's a really nice lady, and I hope she's doing fine right now. But anyway, making some rice. As you can see, when you boil vegetables, you want to have it'll make like a nice little paste consistency. See that? So when you cook beans, especially canned beans, this has nothing to do with this, but like when you cook beans and canned beans, you need to have a broth boiling to a certain point, and that's how you get that nice creamy consistency that most people have with the most Hispanic people have with their beans. That's the secret, because you notice how when people make beans, they just put it over water, put a little bit of seasoning, and that's it, and they're just bland. Now I'm gonna grab some rice. It is done. It is complete. Look at that beaut. I'm gonna grab some of this. It smells great too. There you go. Grab the pieces of chicken. Whop. Whop. Another piece of chicken. Whop. Whop. And I'm gonna grab some of that nice little broth and splash it on there. That looks good. Oh, look at that. Here's a little close-up of that. Crispy chicken skin. The nice little sauce, veggies with the rice. Perfection. And it smells so good too. Oh my god. It's extremely hot, but you guys know we got to do this taste test thing. I don't have a table or anything yet. We're still working on that. So first things first, the main course here was the chicken, of course. See? And now we're going to try it. Coffee piece right here. On the back. Oh my god. So not only is it well done, but it's also juicy.
and tender, really tender. Oh, this is why I'm saying you shouldn't limit flavors. You shouldn't limit seasoning to a category of cooking. Any seasoning can be used for anything. Get out there, get creative. But then again, I'm a good cook, so it's kind of hard to be like, oh, you can make something out of anything. There's a lot of foods out there that are very hard to cook, and things have proven me wrong. I can't cook some of those foods, but woo, this tastes great. Mm, yeah. hmm I'm gonna finish this meal. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe for more cooking videos. Well, I would just say they're random videos because I depend on the wheel a lot. And I'll see you, hopefully, in another good cooking session. Bye bye.